Hello there, YouTube fans, here again, and I thought I'd talk about this one from Stephen King, that being The Dead Zone, directed from the same director at doing us Video Dawn and also doing us The Fly. That being, if I remember right there, Jason Board, the one that doing us all them date films, at doing us this one, The Dead Zone. I've got to admit, also that's one of my favourite actors, that being Christopher Walken. I love Christopher Walken. He's a damn good, unestimated actor, and he is in this. Starts off, he got him as a teacher, and he's got the love of his life. They're on a fun fair, and he starts getting headaches. At first, you think nothing of it. Then he's in a car, and long behold, he has an horrible car accident. You think he's a don, and he's all boozed up, and he's messed up, and then long behold, he's been in a coma for 5 days. I shit you not, he's been in a coma for 5 days. He comes out of the coma, naturally, and at first you sort of feel sorry for him. The love of his life has moved on, he's got married, he's got a kid to somebody else. So you sort of feel sorry for his character, and on the road, that ain't shit enough. His mum passes on. So it's kind of, you feel sorry for the character, as I was about to say, who Christopher Walken pays. You feel sorry for him. So Jeff Goldenberg directed a good one. Whether it's faithful to Stephen King book, whether Stephen King liked it, because no fairness, Stephen King never likes any of the films of his books. It's a different story, I have to say it right. But it's still a dud So what happens is, he starts to have these special powers where he can see into the past, he can see into the future, he can see anything. You've got a scene, it's in the trailer, where you've got a nurse wiping him up, he's all sweaty, and he taps an arm, and you can see that he's her house, or he's there. Her house is on fire, and the daughter's trapped in the bedroom, and he shouts, "Go to your door, go to your door now!" And he saves the little girl's life. He can actually see things before they happen. He has a doctor who's helping him on the way because he's come out of the coma and he's got a bit of a limp. He's been in a coma for 5 days. Your walking you ain't going to be doing break dancing. So he sees a doctor, and he sees something in his past. You get the idea. He's a Jew, and it's the Germans, World War II, and something to do with his mum. He thought his mum was dead, and it wasn't, and he saw into the past. So he can see things in the past, he can see things in the future, and so on. And the police want him to basically investigate a murder because he has these special powers. First, he ain't going to do it, he's feeling sorry for himself, but then he sees it on TV and he says, "Okay, I'll help you." So he goes in this bit, really, it's a cheapy tunnel, and he finds a body. And I do love the trucks in this, a girl that's been murdered, right? He does feel a box of cigarettes, doesn't do fuck all. So he trusts the dead girl's hand, and he actually sees how she got murdered, sees everything. He says a line, she knows him. That's why she's not afraid. She knows him. Long behold, he sees the murder, and you find that the copper's partner, the partner of the cop, you find out it was him. He was the serial killer. He gets killed on the way. They go after him, and it's a bit of juice and death scene here because the guy kills himself. But how he does it is pretty unique. I sound fucked up saying that. He gets two scissors, puts it in his mouth and one in his nose. You don't see him do it, but you get the aftershots. You get about to see him do it, and then it cuts to the next scene, but you see the aftershots, and you think, bloody hell, what a way to kill yourself. The mother of the guy who's killing people was in on it. She tries to shoot Christopher Walken, but the cop shoots her. He just gets shot, only a flesh wound. She gets shot, she's a goner. So I like that little touch. There's a few clever little twists and turns there on the way. But the one thing that makes the film neat is he's helping a boy, right? Because he used to be a teacher and he's teaching him. And he sees that the lad is going to drown. Long below, that does not happen because he saves the day. He prevents that. But there's one guy in it. He wants to become the next president. And at first you think, yeah, okay. But you find out this guy gets to be the president. He's the one who's going to press the nuke button. If he presses that nuke button, he could kill us all. We all know what the nuke button is. So basically, this guy's an out-and-out bastard. It is fucking JR from Dyers, a one for his bloody money. So he knows this, and he knows he's going to die to Christopher Walken. The more times he senses and uses his powers, he knows he's going to be a fucking goner. So he thinks, fuck it. And you might have seen this. Remember when I did a review on Tat's Eyes? There's a bit in that where they're watching the Dead Zone in that. There's a few love letters from Stephen King in Tat's Eyes. And it's mentioned in this scene where he talks to the doctor. He says, I'm a medicine to help people. I'm here to save lives. But if I had no option, I killed the son of a bitch. And he's talking about Hitler, the day he was in World War II. So he knows that this guy, he's going to get faults. So he's going to assassinate the guy. He's going to be a precedent because he senses that this guy, if he got into power, he can nuke us. Because he's an ultra, basically. He's going to assassinate the fucking precedent. Well, the precedent to be, but he gets shot just for walking, which is pretty sad. But this guy's a chicken shit because he's holding a fucking baby as a sealed. A shit you not, he's holding a fucking baby as a sealed. So he's dying. The woman who's going to be his long lost love is there. So he's crying. But he grabs hold of the guy who's the person and says, why are you doing it, you son of a bitch? He tags hold of him, I shit you not, and he sees that this guy's been discovered. It's on a magazine about the guy holding a baby as a sealed. So that's his job now, fuck, to be the president. And it shows him putting a gun to his chin and lickety blowing his fucking brains out. I'm not making it up. Puts a gun to his chin. You don't see him shoot his head, but you get a bit of, your typical blood splat on a magazine. And you get the idea about pausing the camera. You get the idea he's killed himself. So it's basically the end of his career and the end of his life. And he says alive, you're finished. You're finished. The guy who wants to be the president walks off in a rant and rave. Doesn't know what his career's over, but my dog getting excited. And it's kind of sad, really. It's sad because the love of his life is there. He dies in the love of his life's arms. End of movie. End of movie. Normally, I don't normally like that when they have a downbeat ending. I don't normally like that when they have a downbeat ending. In this case, I think it preserved it because you knew Christopher Walken's fate wasn't a good one. He had a limp. Yeah, he had these special powers, which even his doctor says something to do with the Dead Zone, which the movie was called The Dead Zone. And it's kind of like that. And his fate, he's not going to be an happy ending for the character who Christopher Walken's playing. It's not going to be a happy ending, but it's a preserved ending. He died. And I see it, right? At first, but yeah, what a shit of an ending. But now I see it, he sacrificed himself to save us from this guy. He would have pressed the nuke button, he would have nuked innocent people. Because he's seen it before it happened. He trusts the one who was taking people's hands on to be the president, making out his here for us and all the usual bullshit to get a vote. And he saw that. So by sacrificing himself, it's somebody to start like my fucking dog. By sacrificing himself, he saved this guy from basically pressing the nuke button and killing us all. So even though he died, you could say technically he died a hero, Christopher Walken. Sort of. But it's not a bad one. Jeff Goldenberg, the died giving us The Fight, giving us Video Dome, this goes on, even Stanners. He gave us a good one, that being The Dead Zone. He gave us a good one. Excuse me, dog, for barking, I do apologise about that. But yeah, he gave us a good one, being The Dead Zone from 1983. Well-known book from Stephen King and a well-known movie. But into them, if you like more movies, more movie reviews, stick around into them. Be smart, be safe, and I'll see you later.